Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. When you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to Austin, Texas, and DKR, home of the Texas Longhorns. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the UCLA Bruins, taking on a team from the Big Ten, the Texas Longhorns. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. The Longhorns have been waiting and waiting, and finally the moment is coming and the opening of the season. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Guys, let's talk a little UCLA. Everybody uses the portal to varying degrees. Sometimes you just fill the exact right hole that you want. And this team, as they start this season, not a ton of new faces here, Jesse.
They didn't, but I don't think it's because there was a lack of effort on the part of the coaches, David. I think they believe they've got the roster in place now to have success.
Yeah, because when you bring people in, a lot of times you tick people off on your own roster. So when you only bring a few in, you cherry-pick some elite talent and some real concerns that you have, sometimes
Breaks into the open. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. That pass not closes. He got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring out fourth down. And the Bruins will bring the punt team onto the field. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He'll take it on the return. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. Wide receiver going in motion. On the option. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Guys, let's take a big view of Texas. A big-name running back, always a great get in the recruiting world. Four-star running back they got last week. Seems as if he'll fit in nicely here.
oh, he's going to be a great fit. I mean, when you get a great player like that, the whole fan base gets jacked up. You see it all over social media, and it starts to build some momentum in your recruiting class.
Here comes the option. Oh, there's a loose football on the bad pitch. Oh, the offense lucky to fall on that loose football.
Woo. Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
The Longhorns need a massive chunk play to move the sticks here on third down. Got him looking for a first. He gets the job done on third down. They move the chains. It's at the 37.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
He wants to change this route. Taylor wants to throw. The quick out. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
You know, outbreaking routes can make some play callers nervous, but not this guy. When you have a quarterback that throws it on time and puts it out in front of his receiver like that, as a coordinator and play caller, you can call that route all day.
Got some of the work done on first. Now let's see what they have on second down. Wants to go up top. Got it set up on the outside. Oh, he's got some space. They drag him down, but not before he's moved the chains, and the screen pass is effective.
And they executed that running back screen to perfection. Quarterback held on to it. He let the rush get to him. Offensive lineman got out in position, and the running back sold it too. Once he had the ball in his hands, he just had blockers and green field out in front of him. They pick up an explosive play on a running back screen.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On first and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick its way to the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorns! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option? Smokey the Cannon, not the only one using explosives around here, and it has electrified this Longhorn crowd.
I mean, coming out on point, coming out dissecting the defense, scoring early in front of this crowd. You know good and well all these...
And he pumps it up inside the 20. Almost a disaster on that return. They jump on it, and they'll maintain possession.
Wow, they narrowly avoid disaster there. They fumble the kick return, and if that goes to the other team, all the momentum is no longer with them. So a nice job being able to pounce back on that. The head coach breathing a huge sigh of relief.
The Bruin uniforms look pretty, but don't let it fool you. They'll stick their face in the fan and run it tough like a Freeman McNeil used to.
Okay, a good pull. Freeman McNeil, I don't remember him, but I do remember a guy like Maurice Jones-Drew, who's a little bowling ball and just ran physical, and just finding those guys that you can feature in your offense.
Looking to throw on first down. Finds his big tight end. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
A nice job by the defense staying glued to it, getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football, knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
The Bruins with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Wants to fire on second down. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. A return there would have just been icing on the cake. They'll just have to settle for the cake at the 23. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. From the gun, running back on the move. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 27-yard line.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
Can't get him to the ground. Found that space and picked up 6 out to the 33.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Makes the grab on third. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. And the offense will stay on the field. Do you think they're just going to try to make the defense jump? The Longhorns have a first down. No huddle offense to the line.
You know, I think there's a lot of people in the stadium that were wondering why are they going for it on 4th and 1 in their own end of the field. But
fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Takes it the other way. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
You know, I like the decision by the quarterback in terms of where he was going with the ball. Just don't like the accuracy. That was not good location on the throw. Got away from him a little bit, and the defense able to come up with a big pick.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Well, that's one the offense would love to have back. That's a play they practice over and over. They feel like they can run that play in their sleep, not able to connect there.
Horns up and ready to hook them. Serious noise on 3rd down in DKR. The throw to the outside is complete. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Here comes the heat. And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on downs.
He had nowhere to go with the football. You could tell, surveying the field, somebody's got to get open to go make a play. Man. Put up, run it, do something. You can't take a sack on fourth down. You got to give somebody an opportunity to make a play for them.
First snap of this drive will come from their own 32. Tight end now in motion. Taylor wants to throw it. Floats it out in space. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
And the Longhorns with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. A run for the quarterback. The ball's free. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
As a defender, you dream about those big hits. You work hard on it in practice, closing space, getting close, and just sticking that guy and causing the fumble.
The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. You could probably question the decision to pass on a field goal last time, and they came up empty on that previous drive, Jesse.
I just think in this offense, it's going to come down to critical down and distances, right? Down in the red zone, 3rd down, 4th down. I like them being aggressive. You just got to do a better job executing.
Yeah, and they kind of know what the defense gave them last time. So let's be more aggressive and take advantage of that defense on this drive.
They'll see if they can find some running room on the right here. Down to the 30-yard line where he stopped after a gain of 5, and that will be a first down.
You wonder now on offense, have they found something in the run game? Finally, it's been tough for them to get the run game going, but they picked up a nice gain on that last one. Let's see if they go back to it.
Finds his man. It's Matthews. It is sucked out.
When you start to get that offense going and start having success, you got to make sure when you get closer to the scoring range, take care of that football. If you don't, coach is going to go you on the sideline, you in the game.
2nd down after the offense averted absolute disaster. They'll leave it with him. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Great job at containing by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Pulls it in. It's Lockett. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle for a loss.
Here's the handoff. And this one will be stopped for no gain. We're at the 2-minute timeout. It's been a good one so far. Opportunity for this offense perhaps to take the lead before halftime. The crowd getting behind this defense as they try to get a stop in the red zone. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Makes the grab. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. Needs it to keep this drive alive. Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
Hey, if you're going to go for it on 4th down and you decide to run the football, you've got to be sure up front that you're going to win in the trenches. They didn't get it done that time. They need to be more physical moving forward. They're going to try to do that again in the same type of situation in this game.
They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Taylor wants to throw. Steps away. Got a little space. Quarterback gets the first down. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit. The new popular phrase for a favorite team not really coming out of the gates quickly is that they're playing with their food. There are a lot of P's being pushed around the plate right now, guys.
Yeah, Reese, they've been stumbling around. They've been making mistakes and shooting themselves in the foot in this game. But, David, I think you also have to give credit to the underdog in this game because they're just playing with more intensity. They look like they want it more.
Oh, dude, when you come out the gates in the first quarter, it's adrenaline, it's passion, it's being talked about as the underdog. As this game goes on, can they keep that intensity up? Right now, they're doing a heck of a job.
Looking to fire. Got the quick pass. He'll walk and weave his way all the way up to the 45 before going out of bounds.
This offense is clicking, everything working together really well. Coordinator, quarterback, offensive line, good rhythm, good flow. Defense is going to have to find something to kind of mess up this timing they got going on.
And the Longhorns will line it up on 1st and 10. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. And the deep shot is complete inside the 35-yard line.
This tight end is such a weapon because he can line up all over the field. That time he starts in the slot. He's running the corner route against zone coverage, and he's just got athleticism and wiggle and the ability to separate and make big plays. So nice to have a target like that.
And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
And I like the quarterback making the decision quickly. I'm going to give it. I'm not going to throw the football off the RPO and just let my back get some positive yards. You're getting 5+ yards. That is a great job by the offense. Continue to stick with that.
All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
Well, they only needed 1 yard, so no mystery there. Turn around, hand it off, and he finds a way to get it.
The Longhorns started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Taylor wants to throw it. They go to the wide receiver screen. There he goes. Huge gain before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
My goodness, this offense has got it rolling. They might put up a 50-burger. This defense, they don't have any answers right now. They're going to have to figure something out.
Caught in the backfield, it's Hale. He found some running room, but needed just a few inches more to put it in the end zone. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Quarterback will keep it. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Texas!
And that's just a fantastic job of executing the 2-minute type situation by this offense. Something you practice all week long for end of half and end of game. Quarterback, really nice job. Good job by the staff, too, getting the plays in quickly so they could get up to the line of scrimmage and get going. And them scoring that touchdown with seconds to go here in the first half, piling onto their lead, that gives them tremendous confidence heading in at halftime.
Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. One more snap coming before halftime. The lone back's got it. Runs through a tackle. And after that short gain, they'll head to the locker room. It's halftime here. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Bruins will kick it off to start the second half. And he's going to bring this one out. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. They'll send the back in motion. Taylor wants to throw. Quickly to the flat, the wide receiver screen. Still running up the 40. There he goes to the right. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Longhorns! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
And this offense is clicking. Another touchdown. Didn't have to go far for this drive, but this offense is doing what they want, how they want, when they want.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Northern Illinois has the lead right now, but they haven't been able to separate themselves just yet inside Husky Stadium. They're up by 13 over New Mexico State. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. On third and long, try to convert through the air. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. No good place for a turnover, but this one is particularly bad, and they've got it at the 20-yard line.
Well, the defense was able to get to the QB, and I think that's what really creates the interception. Because of the pressure and because of the hit on the quarterback, it affected the velocity, it affected the accuracy of the throw. The defense comes away with a huge takeaway.
One back in the backfield, he gets to carry. Noses his way forward, maybe gets one. They'll mark it at the 18.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
And they'll get him down inside the 5, but this offense powering toward a score. The Longhorns trying to pay off the threat on first and goal. He'll take it himself. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Looking to get it in. Touchdown, Texas! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And the second half looking a lot like the first half, and this lead continues to build. How about the rhythm of this offense? They are showing you a little bit of everything. What they worked on in the offseason has been right on point, and game 1 going exactly how they scripted it.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll go to the ground. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the third quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Well, it's a nice job by the defender. They're closing the gap with the wide receiver. They're going to complete the hitch pass, but he's able to run right up on him, get him to the ground for a minimal gain.
Let's see what call they have on third and long from the 28. Quickly complete. He's brought down at the 33 as the defense keeps him away from that first down marker. Fourth down coming up.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
The offense in its own end still needing a couple of yards for the first down, but they'll stay out there and go for it on fourth. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not.
And they decided to go for it. They decided to be aggressive, try to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback, not on the same page. No dice, turnover on downs.
The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. Quarterback extends the play. Got rid of it just in time. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Quarterback on the keeper. Didn't find much running room there. Picks up a few before he's forced out of bounds.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense understanding, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
Motion from the wideout. Off the play fake. That's caught. It's Baxter. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down.
A lot of smiles right now in this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. And this quarterback's thinking to himself, man, I'm going to be padding my stats here in the second half of this game because everything we're dialing up is working.
He was not fooled on that one. You know, a lot of times you want to buy space, and you throw this route really when it's off coverage. But you could tell the cornerback was up, ready to come, pounce on that screen, and get the tackle for a loss.
Motion from the wide receiver. They go to the ground. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. Now facing a 3rd and long. The give. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the 3. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Defense not budging. He's still able to get 2 to the 29. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. After swapping ends of the field, they gave him a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. Throws to the wideout. Makes the grab. Fights off the defender. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer. But you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Pressure coming. Snagged in the middle. H. Matthews. He's into plus territory. Knocked out of bounds after the nice game. Mark it at the 47.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
Got a man. It's Flores. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
The Bruins in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Back to pass. On the run, still looking. Fires on the move. It's caught downfield. Touchdown, UCLA! He got a step and just dusted the field.
Yeah, and this offense needs a spark, man. Down big. Listen, it's game 1. It's not the end of the world, but we got a deficit. Got to put some drives together. Nice drive here. Now the defense needs to do their part because they got to put this thing in turbo.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. BYU has the lead right now, but this LaVell Edwards Stadium crowd is restless. They just haven't been able to separate themselves yet today. They're up by 11 over Oregon State. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. They'll give it to the back. Fighting off the defender. Makes the stop at the 32, but he picks up 10 on that play.
And as the game goes on, you're going to see this offense continue to use the RPO. That look was conducive to handing it off. The defense now is going to start putting more guys in the box to slow this running back down, and that's when the quarterback's going to have an opportunity to keep the football and make plays throwing.
Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
And this defense, they were ready for that third down. That you could tell they smelt the option coming, did a great job, aggressive, downhill, went and got it, got the tackle for a loss, forcing the fourth down.
Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. The Longhorns will send out the punt unit. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. They'll put the ball in play from their own 30-yard line. Motion from the back. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. With the catch, it's Marshall. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Line getting set on second down. Wants to go up top. Fires to the big fella. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Wants to go up top on first down. Quick completion on the out. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
Man, you see tight end matchups all over the field all the time now. You should just be in the red zone. Now, you just find the big fella, you put him in the slot, try to give him the ball as much as possible because you know he can make big plays.
Use the play fake, now to throw. A shot toward the end zone, and that one's way too far for everybody.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together, run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in, you could tell. They were ready, they were fast, they were physical. They dominated this football game.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Finds his tight end. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
Under fire. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
And that's exactly what this defense needed. They needed to have something positive. Giving up some yardage, they've given up some plays, no big deal. Got right back in it on this drive with that big sack.
They have given it up on all 3 of their previous 4th down tries. Can they keep the drive alive here? He's got it. Timeout called by the offense. 23 seconds remaining in the game.
Well, you got to give this quarterback a ton of credit because he showed tremendous confidence on that throw. That wasn't just trying to throw to the sticks. That was being aggressive and throwing it down the field. Not a high percentage throw, but he had confidence in his guy to win one-on-one and to keep the drive alive.
Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. They get the timeout called. 11 seconds remaining to play. They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. Back to pass. Oh, they're after him. And he was looking to the end zone, and they couldn't make the connection.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync. And that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And they are in for the score here late in the 4th quarter. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, they're down 31-14. They go 83 yards on the drive. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. And this one is just about in the books. The defense can stop the clock one more time as the offense takes a knee. A hostile environment can have a major impact on even the most composed, well-prepared.